Hi, my name is Thomas Holbrook, and welcome to Access Hollywood.
Hi, I'm Tom Holbrook coming at you live from Access Hollywood. Today, we are going to be interviewing and discussing the personal life of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
So how are you today, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
Cheerio, mate. I'm swell. How are you today?
So tell me about your childhood in England.
Life as a boy in England was swell. I mean, there's nothing really more you can ask for. It's a very peaceful place. But the only thing I wish I could have had is I wish I could have known my papa more. Me and my mama, we dispersed him when we were 5 because he was an alcoholic and it was ruining our family and tearing them apart. But aside from that, I love life in England.
So what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you always want to be a writer, or did you want to be something else?
Well, when I went to school, to college and high school, I always wanted to be a doctor. I was very into medicine and I loved that stuff. But I started writing for fun with a buddy of mine, a mate, and it ended up being a lifelong passion. People always liked my work, and now here we are, I'm on Access Hollywood.
I just wanted to let you know, me and other millions of Americans are always wondering, who is Watson and Sherlock Holmes modeled after?
Well, Watson and Holmes are modeled after an out university professor I had when I was in college. He was always very into solving mysteries, and he always got to the bottom of every case he found. So when I first wrote my book, I thought of him. He's the inspiration behind all my stories.
Aside from all of your fantastic novels, today, the audience and I would just like to focus on the Hound of Baskervilles.
Shoot, mate.
Although we are about halfway through the interview right now, it's getting a bit chilly out here. Would you like to move inside where it's going to be warmer?
Only if I can smoke my pipe in there, mate.
So now we're inside, a lot warmer in here and stuff. And in chapter 1, when you open up the novel, why did you use a mysterious cane as an item left by a mysterious visitor?
Well, there's a theory behind the walking stick, declaring that there's an inscription on the walking stick stating that it was awarded to an elderly doctor. Doctor because I'm a doctor, I feel, hey, throw a doctor in there, why not? This keeps the reader curious and interested in my story, and makes them want to read further. Cliffhanger, be like, oh, why was there a walking stick in there? Yeah, keep the reader guessing.
In chapter 2, you present the reader with the Baskerville curse. And can you please elaborate on that and what it means? And what year was that documented in?
Well, it took place in about the 1740s, I think 1742 to be precise. And basically, at the time of the Great Revolution, Mortimer read that Hugo Bakersfield, at the Bakersfield's Manor in Devonshire, that's where it basically took place at their mansion. That's where the murders and everything happened. That's where the basic story is based around in their manor in Devonshire. The sex craze and lustrous Hugo, he became obsessed with the local yeoman's daughter, and he basically kidnapped her and trapped them in a room and basically held him as their slave, basically do whatever he wants. And he was a very evil man, and that's basically the answer to your question.
Alright, so in chapter 9, how did you get Watson to come to the conclusion that his wife was having an affair with a country lass named Barrymore? And how did he come up with the suspicion and stuff like that?
Well, basically, his wife was acting out of the ordinary, and she was acting very strange by his accounts, and he also got some information from Sir Henry, and he ended up staking out outside of a house to catch her late night activities, see if the rumors were true, and he ended up catching her in the act, and it being a whole big problem about his wife cheating on him.
Yeah. Well, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, this has been a lovely evening, and the audience and I would like to thank you and having your time spent here in Access Hollywood.
Well, I appreciate the time here. The pleasure's all mine, Mr. Holbrook, and I really think it's fascinating how you Americans and you Yankees, and well, not just Americans, but people in general, still like my work. I wrote it back in the 1800s, early 1900s. I feel it's fascinating about here in the 21st century, 2013, that people still care about Sherlock Holmes and Watson and all that. And I'd like to thank you for having me on Access Hollywood, and it was a pleasure.
So, today on Access Hollywood, I gave a brief interview to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and he explained how his personal life went with his father and the problems that he had suffered. And he also told us about his short story, The Hound of Baskervilles. I'm Thomas Holbrook on the Access of Hollywood. You stay classy, San Diego.